There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Ever notice how a smile is contagious? It's hard not to smile when someone's smiling at you. Go ahead, try it. We'll wait. Smiling yet? Us too. Here at T-Tech, we love smiles. In fact, we've built a culture around them and a brand on top of them. For us, it's all about the feeling you get when someone goes that extra smile to brighten your day. It's how an upside-down frown makes our T-Tech world go round. Our mission is to make the whole world smile, and it starts with you. We focus on what matters most to you. Career growth, personal development, well-being, whatever it may be. It's all part of the T-Tech experience. So put on a smile. Come join us and let's change the world, one smile at a time.
Good morning, students. I am Vixie, the Automated Recruitment Assistant of VXI, and I am here to answer your questions about our company.
Hi, I have a question. Does VXI accept fresh graduates?
Definitely. We accept fresh graduates, and you can apply via walk-in process at all our recruitment hubs. Jumpstart your career with us here at VXI. Is it really true that it is a one-day processing before you get hired?
Absolutely. Here at VXI, you can get hired within the same day. Perks, benefits, and a great working environment await you here. We have decided that all of us will be applying tomorrow at VXI. See you there, Vixie!
right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Jobs180.com's 2024 Marketing Me Live with University of the East Caloocan and the Guidance Counseling Career Services Office and OJT and Placement Office. So today we will be joined by speakers from Jobs180.com, PacSet, and VXI. So before we start, may we invite everybody for the opening prayer, followed by the singing of the national anthem.
Our ever-loving Father, the core of every reason, the source of truth. You who made the earth and the heavens are the ultimate goal of every knowledge seekers, the infinite wisdom, the cause of all that is good. We are truly grateful for this opportunity to gather together as a community despite the challenges we face each day. Yet you remained and gave us strength to carry on the responsibilities of bearing intelligence and using them for better purposes. We now humbly ask you to join us in our endeavor to explore the wonders of life in the world for knowledge's sake, that in whatever we learn today, we become more grounded to you, who is truth, who is love. We pray that you bless our speakers, the fount of your infinite knowledge, that they can share something worthwhile despite the limited time we have. They can channel all they know and share to us the beauty and truth of living as your child. We pray that you guide our participants, the seekers of your boundless knowledge, that they may continue to persevere in the search and be deemed worthy to share what they learn from today's session. Sanctify us, O Lord, not because we are worthy of it, but because we believe in your love and mercy, that at the end of the day, we can take home something that's amazing and meaningful. This we ask and pray through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Bayang magiliw, dalas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, bulit ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisigil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong buhaw, may nilaghang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdidingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Is everyone ready for today's event? So I hope you all are. So for those who are ready, can you show me some hearts, some love, so you can react heart on the for those who are watching in Facebook. And by the way, I am your host Yumi Yap Abul, and I am here from Jobs180.com, and we are live again via Jobs180.com Facebook and Jobs180.com YouTube. And we hope that everybody is as excited as I am to learn new things today. So to officially start today's session, let us all welcome Miss Maria Janine B. Zamora, the Guidance Counselor of the Guidance Counseling and Career Services Office, to give us her opening remarks.
Thank you very much po, Ms. Yumi. So, in behalf of Mr. Antonio Postrado Jr., our guidance coordinator, and Ms. Annabel Espiritu, our OJT and job placement coordinator, good afternoon, everyone, and we welcome you all to this event. partner natin ang Jobs 180 for a few years, and I hope na itong magiging activity natin and this event this afternoon will really help you and will really give you a lot of insights that uh, will provide you with learnings na magagamit ninyo when you enter the world of work. And thank you very much then to our graduating students na nandito ngayon. Alam ko yung iba or karamihan ay nasa kanila ng mga OJT sites, nasa kanila ng mga deployment. Kaya maraming salamat for joining us this afternoon, and I appreciate you all for your dedication and your passion para kaunti na lang talagang makakamit na natin yung recognitions and achievements or yung mga gusto ninyong marating. So I hope you can learn invaluable insights sa ating mga speakers, and I hope you will really stay until the end of our webinar para talagang ma-maximize natin and talagang matuto tayo from our remarkable speakers. Again, thank you very much po sa lahat, and maraming salamat din po for Jobs 180 for gracing also this event. Thank you. Let's make this event a memorable one. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Miss Jasmine, for that very welcoming remark. So tama nga, no? Konti na lang, guys, maaabot nyo na yung graduation or yung mga diplomas nyo. So, and for our audience today, please comment your name, year, and course. And if you have questions later on, please type them in so we can answer them after the talk. So our question and answer portion will happen after each speaker's presentation. So don't forget to tag and share this to your friends, and especially those who are not here yet, mention them in the comment section because this is an opportunity not meant to be missed. So here is our schedule for today. So job applications using ResumeLink by jobs180.com, work application ethics by FactSet, and work-life balance by VXI. So wow, we have great topics for today, and I bet everyone is as excited and ready to listen to our speakers for today. So shout out to everyone who is already here, and for those classmates and schoolmates who are not yet here, tell them to come and watch our webinar because we will sure be learning lots of things that we are going to use when we enter the world of work. So don't forget to comment your name, year, and of course, your course. So as we go along, type in your questions so we can read it later. Sabi nga ni Susan Rosas, wag mahihiyang magtanong. So this is your chance to ask before you face the world of work. So to our audience, sit back, relax, and let us all #learn together. So as I introduce our first speaker, who will be discussing he has 20 years of process and human resources. So as a trusted resource speaker, he has done over more than 1,000 career development seminars in more than 400 colleges and universities nationwide. So let us all welcome the Managing Director of Jobs180.com, Mr. Kim Chua. So Sir Kim, take it away.
Everyone. Good day to all of you. My name is Kim Chua. Don't forget the wa, baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. And I'm here to share to you about the most secure tool for job application. This is how you can market yourself more effectively and the different ways to do that. Okay, so let me start. Now, when you apply, you probably have a checklist if you're using the right tool. So just go along with me if you have the right, if you have the same checklist that I have. So ito yung mga things na like kong tinatandaan, no? Will my tool or will the thing that I'll be using help me to stand out? That's the first item that is very important for me. Kailangan mag-stand out ako kasi dami-dami kong kasabayan kalaban sa pag-apply. Another thing in my checklist is that, do I have more than one file? Because oftentimes I have a lot of files. May academic records, may mga government IDs, ang dami mga kailangan hingiin ng mga companies. So I'd like to put them all in one file. And this tool helps me to do that. Okay? Another thing that this tool can do is that it allows me to make the process more efficient. Mas napapabilis yung pag-apply. No? Hindi na napapatagal yung pabalik-balik. So, mas mabilis din syempre tayo maka-move forward Diba? And another thing that this tool can do is that wala tong bayad. Baka mukha lang akong salesman pero libre po ito. Okay? So this tool is absolutely for free. The most important in my checklist is that this tool, okay, makes my information secured. And I think this is the most important question. Do you want your information to be secured? I hope your answer is yes. Okay? And so with that, let me show you ano tong tool na ito. This tool is called ResumeLink. ResumeLink by definition is the most secured tool for job application. Okay? This is a personalized URL. It is a link that anyone can open online anytime, provided that they know the link. So let me use an example. If you are John Santos, just in case lang, your name is John Santos, your resume link would look something like johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. So how do you make one? Okay, how do you make one? Now, the first step is for you to register. This is absolutely for free. Wala itong bayad. Okay? So what do? You go to www.jobs180.com and that is where you now register. Okay? As you register, you just simply fill out the information. These are the basic information. You have the account details, you have your personal information, you have your education background, and just in case you have your work experience, whether it's OJT or it's part-time job or whatever yung work experience na yan, then you proceed to that work experience page. Pero pag wala, hanggang dyan na lang tayo sa my education information. Okay? After doing so, you now start to create your resume link. So ano ba ang basihan ng resume link? Kadalasan, ang resume link natin, we base it on our name. We base it on our unique name. Okay, so as an example, if you are John Santos, then you say johnsantos.jobs180.com. Now, what about during scenarios where you create your resume link tapos may nauna sa inyo? May ibang John Santos, may kapangalan ka, no, nauna sa inyo. Ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon na red na box. Sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Now, okay, malungkot pag taken na. Okay lang, maging creative lang kayo ng konti. Pwede mo balik na rin. Pwede mo sabihin Santos John. Okay, you can also say Santos J, o kaya J Santos, o kaya JS, di ba? Or SJ. Depende sa link na gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapareho kahit kayo may kapangalan. Now, another thing I'd like to emphasize here, wag po kayong OA. Pag gumawa kayo ng resume link, huwag mo gagawin tipong nakalagay, cutie pie, lover boy, Barbie doll, di ba? Because it doesn't sound professional. Imagine going to a company and the HR will ask you, do you have a resume? Tapos sasabihin mo sa kanya, meron po, ang resume ko ay eljablo.jobs180.com. Di ba? Baka matakot yung HR sa inyo. So I don't recommend that you do something like that. Just stick to your name. Whatever your name is, it will sound professional. Okay? Now, in creating a resume link, you have to use a valid email. Emails like Yahoo, Gmail, Rocketmail, any email, basta nabubuksan nyo, wag na wag ka lang gagamit ng facebook.com na email. Okay? Do not use something like, example lang patrick@facebook.com na email. Do not use patricia@facebook.com na email. Okay? In short, do not use @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com, you will no longer be able to receive notifications being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Okay? So use something that you can open. Why is it important for you to open your email? Because you have to verify your account. Okay? Remember, pag nag-verify, yan ang ebidensya na ikaw nag-register talaga. Yan ang proof. Diba? And at the same time, if you verify your account, then you'll be receiving notifications from the companies as well as Jobs180. If you do not verify your account, hindi nyo na po marireceive yung mga notification ng mga companies. So, sayang naman. Diba? Might as well verify your account first. Okay? Now, you're done with the first step. After you verify. So, ano na ang second step? Ang second step is the most logical of all the steps. You have to complete all the information. Very logical. Sino sa inyo mag-apply sa mga kumpanya, bungi-bungi detalye? Sino sa inyo magbibigay ng resume sa mga HR tapos kulang-kulang details nyo? I don't think you'll do that because you're just wasting your time. Instead, kumpletuhin yung information nyo bago kayo mag-submit dun sa mga companies. Okay? So, step 2, complete the information. And how do you do that? Punta kayo ulit dun sa website, www.jobs180.com, and this time, you don't need to register again kasi may account ka na eh. What you need to do is you have to log in. Okay? Now, as you log in, you start to put your registered email or your resume link and then your password. Na ikaw lang may alam. Okay? Ganun lang siya kasimple. Now, once you're inside your account, you start to fill in the blanks. Ganun lang kasimple. Fill in the blanks. So, the things that you see here, yung mga contents, napakasimple lang. Yung mga personal details nyo, lagay mo dyan. Diba? All the information na sa tingin nyo relevant, you put it there. Now, I have some emphasis lang on items na madalas nami-miss out ito ng mga aplikante. Ano yung mga yon? Sa contact information, you have to put here all the possible ways na pwede kang makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng social media handles nyo. Ba't ko nasabi yan? Because in reality is, pag tinatawagan kayo ng mga HR, madalas hindi naman ina-answer eh. Lalo na pag hindi nyo kilala, pag nag-ring yung phone nyo, hala, sino kaya ito? Di ba, hindi mo kilala. Ano gagawin? Hahayaan mo na lang. Di ba? Antayin mo kung may mag-message sa inyo. Paano kung yung HR hindi naman masipag hindi masipag mag-message? Masipag lang siya magtawag. That's why I recommend you put here all the possible means na pwede ka makontak. Kagaya ng social media nyo. Put your Facebook there, yung mga messenger nyo, mga Twitter nyo, iba pang mga paraan, social media handles para mabilis kayo ma-reach out. Diba? Message na lang. Are you available Thursday, 10 a.m., so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? Diba? So lahat ng paraan, lagay mo dyan. What else do you put here? You also put here yung inyong mga work options. Sa work options naman, you just choose lang, parang yes or no lang yan, parang switch, no? Kung ano yung mga options na gusto ninyo, no? Willing to work night shift, willing to relocate, looking for OJT, you can also put it here. Okay? And then in terms of education, obvious naman, yung alma mater nyo, lagay nyo dito. Diba? Yung mga pampakapal ng resume, sa seminars attended, kahit magkopyahan pa kayo ng mga classmates mo, okay lang. Basta lang make sure, alam nyo na pag-usapan doon sa seminar na yon. Pagdating sa certification, ganun din yan. Walang limit sa space yan. Achievements, recommend ko dito is you don't only put yung mga achievement nyo inside the school. Okay? Kasi hindi naman lahat tayo academically inclined. Some of us are not very active sa school, pero active tayo sa mga social civic organization. Diba? So, even if it's outside of the school, you can also put it there. As long as you think it is an achievement, you put it there. Okay? Now, in terms of skills and languages, isa-isahin ko lang yan ha. Sa skills, do not limit your skills dyan lang sa course nyo. Hindi perkat education ng course mo, ang ibig sabihin, ang skills na alam mo lang ay magturo. Hindi perkat accounting ang course mo, ang alam mo lang gawin or ang skills mo ay mag-debit, credit, at mag-balance sheet. Diba? So, marami kang alam na iba pa mga skills na kahit walang connect sa course, you can also put it here. Sample, photography, diba? Videography, diba? And all the other things, calligraphy, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? When it comes to languages, I'm sure alam nyo, 2 lengguwahe na. At the minimum, you know English and you know Filipino. If you know local dialect, to be specific, lagi mo Tagalog, Chabacano, Bisaya, Kapampangan, 'di ba? Ilonggo, wala naman limit sa space eh. 'Di ba? If you know foreign languages, put it there. Chinese, Japanese, French, Vietnamese, kung ano man 'yan, ilagay nyo. Because what you're doing is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to the prospective company. Now, when it comes to references, sigurado naman ako yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang tanong lang dyan, kayo ba kilala nila? Kasi madalas pag tinatawagan namin yung mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. Yung pinakamalupit dyan, hindi talaga kayo kilala. Okay, so please advise yung mga references nyo na ginawa nyo silang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now, at this point, I'd like to highlight yung mga things that you don't find in a traditional resume. Ano yung mga yan? Diba? Ito yung mga yun. Let me start with the portfolio section. The portfolio section is where you now upload evidence of your skills. And I think with this day and age, dito pumapasok yung efficiency, no, ng ating application sa mga companies. Because oftentimes, when we apply to companies, marami mga pre-employment requirements. They will ask for mga documents, mga proof that is showing na yun talaga yung mga skills nyo. So, kung ano man meron yung mga documents, you can now take a picture, you can scan them, and you can upload it here. Example, government IDs. Diba? Meron ka mga transcripts, academic records. Diba? You can put that there. Okay? Kung meron mga medical clearance na kailangan, ganun din. Hindi na kailangan magpabalik-balik sa company. Oh, ayos ba? Oh, ito pa. Diba? But wait, there's more. Ito na yun. Itong isa pang gusto ko i-recommend sa inyo, yung tinatawag natin selfie video. Nowadays, I think, it is not very difficult to create a selfie video. Diba? Ito may TikTok nga kayo eh. Diba? Alam mo naman paano gumawa ng selfie video. So I don't need to teach you how to create a selfie video. What I need to share to you na lang is yung anong kailangan sabihin pagka gumawa ka ng selfie video. Okay, this time, what I recommend is you say something interesting about yourself. Okay? So, you pretend that you're being interviewed by the HR. Diba? Ano yung mga tinatanong sa atin? Why should we hire you? Diba? Tell me something about yourself. Why should we consider you among all the other applicants? O, diba? Ang kagandahan ngayon is you create that video for about 1 minute or less. Hindi kailangan sobrang haba. No? Mga 1 minute lang or less. Pero ang maganda rito is na-evaluate na nung HR yung inyong communication skills. If you can speak in English, then I recommend you speak in straight English. But if you cannot, it's okay as long as you're able to show your personality. You can also showcase here yung mga hard skills nyo. Ano yung mga hard skills? Kagaya ng mga video na panood ko dati, pinakita nila how to use a soldering iron, how to properly handle a welding machine, diba? How to fold table napkins. O, ganun, diba? So, depende kung ano yung mga skills na alam mo at depende kung ano yung nasa field mo rin, diba? Na napag-aralan, diba? So, gusto mo magpakita ka paano mag-balance sheet, pwede rin. O, diba? Again, it really depends on what you wanted to show dun sa HR. Ang point is, you don't need to travel back and forth para lang ipakita on the spot dun sa HR yung inyong hard skills. And most importantly, hindi na kailangan magkaroon ng maraming aberya, maraming storbo. Diba? Sometimes when we try to contact you for the phone interview, maingay yung background, hindi marinig. Diba? Mahina signal, maingay, ano nangyari? Nasa biyahe. Diba? Or sometimes hindi magtugma yung schedule. At least with that selfie video, it makes the process now more efficient. Now, another good thing pa with the ResumeLink is that you also upload here your profile picture. When it comes to profile picture, you don't need to go to the studio para magpa-picture. Huwag ka na gumastos. Ang importante lang dyan, tumingin ka sa camera, okay, with plain background, at of course, magbihis ka naman ng maayos, diba? And then, you're good to go. Huwag mo gagawin yung mga nasa right side ng screen niyo. Those samples that I'm showing you, it doesn't look professional. Imagine, di ba, yung mga selfie, mga nilagay ng avatar, yan, huwag nyo gawin yan. Okay? Huwag nyo gawin yan. It doesn't look nice, doesn't look professional. Okay? Now, another good thing pa with the ResumeLink is that meron tayong tinatawag na cover photo. Ayan, pasintabi sa matatamaan. May iba sa inyo nakikinig ngayon, hindi naman kayo gifted with writing skills. Some of us are having a difficult time expressing our thoughts and feelings into words. So ano pwede mo gawin? You can now use those pictures to represent your personality or to showcase yung inyong skills. Example, look at the one on the left, yung nasa baba. Ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, ophthalmologist, optometrist, or eye expert. Yung nasa kanan, yung nasa taas, ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, para siyang admin or clerical work. Or maybe makalat kasi tingnan mo yung lamesa ang kalat-kalat. O, di ba? Again, it depends on the interpretation of the person looking at it. This is an example of someone into HR or maybe into psychology. And this one is an example, it's a very good example, by the way, of someone who wanted to say that there is no shortcut to success. Hindi po yan miyembro na Akit Bahay Gang. Okay? Ang gusto niya sabihin, you will be able to reach yung goal mo by taking one step at a time. Oh, di ba? You get what I'm saying now. So I'm showing you good examples para you can draw inspiration from. And I will also show you not so good examples. Ito yung wag niyong gagayahin. Huwag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Maglagay ka ng picture mo dyan. Lalaki man, babae in between, okay lang. Ilagay mo dyan. Member man tayo ng LGBTQ+, okay lang. You put it there. At least alam ng HR who to expect. A lot of times, yung mga pangalan kasi very interchangeable nowadays. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think, babae ako. Di ba? Pag iba nababasa kong mga resume, ano nakalagay sa resume nila? Chris. Nakalagay George, Alex, Sam, Nick. O diba? Joey. I would assume lalaki. Yun pala, babae. O diba? So that's why you better make sure you put your picture there. And wag naman pugot yung ulo nyo pag nilagay ng picture. Dapat kompleto. Okay? Never leave this blank because if you leave this blank, it will not catch the HR's attention. Trust me. Kung ikaw ang HR, wala ka namang ibang makita dyan, malamang mangyayari dito, next applicant na. Okay? And then if you want to catch the HR's attention, do not create something like this. This is just my opinion. I don't think this looks professional kasi ang dating parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, no? Parang chill-chill, walang pakialam sa buhay. Again, that is just my interpretation. Okay? So I showed you the good and not so good examples para you'll be guided. Now, you can just play along later on kung anong sa tingin nyo mas bagay sa inyong background or sa inyong sa gusto niyo ipakita sa personality niyo. Okay? Now, let's examine a very good example. Look at this person, itong eye expert. Bakit maganda itong example ng kanyang resume link? Because all the information you're seeing here, kompleto na. 'Di ba? Hindi ka na magpabalik-balik eh. Kung ikaw yung HR, everything that you need to ask or you want to know about the applicant, you already find it here. If you're the applicant, you might as well put everything there para wag mo na antayin pa yung time na hihingin pa sa ng HR yung mga documents yan. Baka hindi na mangyari yun. Baka may ibang aplikante na mas assertive, nilagay lahat ng mga information na i-process na siya kaagad. Diba? Now, at this point, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, sir, okay nga tong resume link. Kaso lang, baka naman yung information ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman nakalantad na sa buong internet. Ang sagot ay, hindi. Kaya nga tinawag na the most secure tool for your job application. Diba? Bakit? Because you control your privacy settings. Ikaw mismo, as an account user or as a resume link owner, ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo. And how will that happen? When you log into your dashboard, as you can see in my screen, when you log into your dashboard, you will find the resume link settings. Pagpunta mo sa settings, mapuntahan mo yung privacy settings at dun ka mamili ngayon ng information you want to show or hide in public. So let me use an example. If you don't want to show your birthday, what do? You turn it off. You don't want to show your references, you turn it off. You don't want to show your address, what do? Turn it off. Diba? So yung mga information na in-off mo, hindi lalabas sa public. Now, if ever lang you decide to change your mind, ang maganda dito sa resume link, updated yan, real time. As in real time. So 5 minutes later, you want to show your birthday, turn it on. What happens? Lahat ng mayroong alam ng resume link mo, alam na niya yung birthday mo. Diba? If 2 days later, you want to show your address, you turn it on, you save your profile, lahat ng may alam ng ResumeLink mo, alam na rin yung inyong address. You get what I'm saying? Diba? So, depende na sa inyo kung ano gusto mo i-on or i-off. If you want to turn off everything, then okay lang. You can just turn off the button. Enable public ResumeLink, off. Wala nang lalabas sa public. Kahit na anong information. Okay? So, yan ang re-remind ko sa inyo. This, the second step is for you to complete the information, and in doing so, please make sure that your profile is interesting, diba? Yung information mo kompleto at updated ang details nyo para mabilis kayo makontak ng mga HR. Now, we go to the last step. Pangatlo na, last step na to. The last step is for you to submit. Now, how will you submit your resume link to those companies? You might be thinking you want to explore opportunities outside of the Philippines. Maybe you want to join some job fairs later on. You want to apply online. You want to, marami, walk-ins, diba? Depende kung ano, kasi bumabalik na yung face-to-face ngayon. So, lahat ng mga ipapakita ko sa inyo, lahat ito, practical application. Lahat yan, makaka-relate kayo. Ano yung first one? The first one is you go online. Of course. Diba? Yan ang fastest way. You just connect via your phone, via kung ano man gadget mo, go to jobsonit.com, search for companies. And by the way, speaking of search, you can only search for company, tatlo lang pwede mo i-search ha. Search for company name, position title, and location. Doon sa search bar, hindi mo pwede ma-search ang resume link. So example lang, ikaw si John Santos, okay? O kaya ikaw si, ako na lang, Kim, halimbawa lang, subukan mo pumunta sa jobsonit.com, doon sa search bar, type mo doon Kim. Tingnan mo kung may lumabas. Malamang sa malamang, walang lalabas. Unless may company name, position title, or location na may word na Kim. Other than that, walang lalabas dyan. Kasi hindi siya searchable. So, the only time a company would be able to know your information is if and when you give your exact resume link to that company. So, ikaw may control. Ayos? So, tuloy natin. Okay, tuloy natin. So, if you're going to search for companies, what do? Just go to the website of jobsonit.com, search for companies. Kung may lumabas, edi meron. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Diba? Ganun lang yan. Huwag natin pilitin magkaroon ng something kung wala talaga. Diba? Okay, so anong gagawin? Tingnan mo yung mga companies. Kung meron kang type, edi gawin nyo, check nyo yung opportunities. After that, you now submit your information to that company. Okay, when you submit your information to the company, it will ask for your profile, for your resume link and password. So ikaw lang magbibigay ng consent dun sa company. Okay? Now another option is for you to send resumes via email. Now there's nothing wrong in sending resumes through email. Ang tanong dito is, how are you sending your resumes through email? Do you do it like this? Do you say, "Dear HR manager, I'd like to apply for the following position. This is my resume." Tapos mag-attach ka ng Word file, PDF file, or whatever file you have. If you're doing those attachments pa, ang tawag dyan, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Hindi ko sinabing mali. Ang sabi ko lang, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Bakit? Hindi mo kailangan mag-attach anything anymore. If you're going to write an email and send your resume, just simply type your resume link there. "Dear HR manager, I would like to apply for the following position. This is my resume. In this example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz, jobsonit.com, send. Tapos na. Ganun lang kabilis. Diba? Whatever changes you need to do, you put it inside your resume link. You don't have to keep on sending another attachment. Paano kung imagine mo na lang, nag-attach ka ng Word file, diba? Ng PDF file. Tapos nagpalit ka ng address, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Email mo na may HR. "Dear HR manager, I'm sending you my updated resume." Ganun ba? Paano kung 2 months later, lumipat ka ng bahay, iba na address mo, send ka ulit ng bagong resume? "Dear HR manager, I'm sending you my updated, most recent resume." I don't think you'll do that. Kasi kung ganun ang ginagawa mo, sayang sa oras yan, nakakapagod sa part mo, lalong-lalo naman sa part ng HR, mas nakakapagod to keep track kung saan dyan yung pinaka-updated na attachment or pinaka-updated na resume ng aplikante. And this time around, if you have your resume link, all you need to do is just update your resume link at lahat na may alam ng resume link mo, makikita nila yung pinaka real-time update ng profile or information. Ayos ba? Ayos ba? Sige, another one. For those who wanted to use a hard copy, gusto mo talaga may hard copy ka when you apply to those companies, you want to give something, then this is also possible. What do? You go to your dashboard inside your job seeker account, then you can print your resume link. Mamili ka lang, 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, the system will try to compress everything into 1 page. O diba? Maginhawa sa buhay. So kung gusto mo talaga mag-apply sa mga kumpanya, hindi mo na kailangan mag-prepare ng maraming mga pages. Minsan, diba, yung mga aplikante, mga 2-3 pages ang isang set ng resume. Palibasa, yung font size 45. Kaya umaabot ng 2-3 pages. O diba? Pero this time, the system will try to compress everything na into 1 page. Just in case you really want to have a hard copy. O diba? Tipid. Okay? Another thing pa for me to encourage you to do is you use resume link cards. resume link cards. Ano tong resume link card? Kung sa mga nagtatrabaho na, tawag namin business card. Sa mga nag-a-apply, tawag dyan, resume link card. So in one piece of paper, whether short bond or long bond paper, you can now design it your own way. You can design it depende kung ano ang gusto mo. Pagiging creativity mo, ikaw bahala. You can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa laki or liit. Diba? Kasi laki ng index card or kasi liit lang ng mga normal business cards natin. Diba? So depende. So maybe in one long bond paper, you can make 10, 20 sets of cards na. And so after you have it printed out, pwede ka na ngayon maggupit-gupit. Gupit-gupit na lang. Diba? 10 or 20. Bawat kumpanya, you can now start to give that as a hard copy. Hard copy pa rin naman yan eh. But this time, why am I encouraging you to use resume link cards instead of the traditional long bond or short bond paper? Bakit? Una-una, tipid. Diba? Because of course, right now, eto, tipid. Kasi if you're going to apply to 20 companies, you don't need to print 20 sets of long bond papers. You just need to print one long bond paper and cut 20 small pieces of resume link cards. O, diba? That's for the cost side. Tipid na. Pangalawa, at mas importante, security of information. Diba? You want to have peace of mind. Paano ko nasabi yan? Kapag ikaw yung nagbigay sa isang kumpanya ng long bond paper or short bond paper, example lang, no? It's a traditional resume. And for some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Okay? Nilipad ng hangin. Hindi mo kasalanan. Kasalanan ng hangin eh. Diba? May nakapulot na stranger. May nakapulot na stranger. All your information, alam na nung stranger. Tama? And you cannot deny it because you know what I'm saying is true. Diba? Hindi mo kilala pero alam niya yung details mo. Now, using your resume link card, same scenario. Nagbigay ka ng resume link card sa company, nilipad ng hangin ngayon. May na stranger na nakapulot, okay lang. Bakit? Kampante ka. Kasi yung resume link, ikaw may control ng privacy settings mo. That's why, in your resume link card, what I recommend, you just simply put your name and your resume link. Dalawa lang. That's it. If you want to put your mobile number, it's okay. It's up to you. You can put it there. Diba? Pero ang point ko is, resume link, pwede na siya makita ng mga HR or mga companies na bibigyan mo. Diba? So you have peace of mind now. Okay? So there's a lot of advantages using resume links. In fact, doon pa lang sa privacy portion, panalong-panalo ka na. Ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo real time. Pagdating sa speed of hire, it becomes faster and more efficient because whatever you want to show the HR, you just attach it there. Whatever the HR needs from you, they just ask from you. Diba? You take a picture, you scan them, upload it there, and later on, pag okay na, you now turn off yung privacy settings mo. Diba? Or you can remove them in the attachments. Diba? Cost efficient, definitely wala tong gastos, tipid. Diba? If you're thinking, ay sir, paano po yung internet? Kailangan ng pang-load. Pwede ka maging resourceful. Connect lang tayo sa mga libreng wifi. O, diba? And then, pagdating sa flexibility, if you really want to have it printed out, yung inyong resume, you also have the option to print it out. That's like how I showed it to you, 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, it's really up to you. Pero ang point ko is, resume link na lahat yan. Okay? And you can use this to any platform, whatever platform you want to share it to. You want to share it sa mga messenger nyo, you want to share it sa email, sa Viber, sa text, di ba? Gusto mo, kaya ko bahala. Di ba? Gusto mo, sulat mo sa papel, tapos gawa ka ng airplane, palipad mo, di ba? May nakakuha, alam niya yung resume link mo. Ikaw bahala. Okay? Ikaw may control kung sino ang gusto mo bigyan. Okay? You don't have to use your USBs anymore. You don't have to save it sa hard drive. Baka mawala pa yung USB nyo. Delikado. Diba? Wag na. Baka kung ano pa makita ng mga nakakapulot ng mga USB na yan. Okay? So you don't need to worry about compatibility as well because this is compatible to any platform. If you're using Android, you're using Safari, kung ano magamit mo, pwede yan sa kahit anumang version. Okay? And so, just to promote lang, if you want to be part of our team, we're also hiring. Mismo sa jobs180.com, we're hiring for several opportunities, several vacancies yan. Check out na lang yung aming jobs180.com/jobs180 na page. Okay? And by the grace of God, shout out lang ako, right now we have more than 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide from north all the way to the south of the Philippines. Thank you, Lord. O, diba? Ang kinalat namin, hindi lang virus. Biro lang. Kinalat namin resume link. Yan ang kinalat natin. So, a lot of schools now, including your alma mater, are now using the resume link. So, I hope it doesn't stop here. No? You become a blessing to others as well. If you have friends, you have yung mga relatives mo, na sa tingin mo kailangan nitong tool na ito, you can share it to them. Wala namang bayad eh. Libre naman yan. Okay? And so, as we close this portion, I'd like to discuss some of the frequently asked questions. Baka ito yung mga agam nyo or ito yung mga questions na gusto nyo tanungin. Sagutin ko na muna. Okay? Unang tanong, can I give my resume links to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. Basta alam nila eksaktong link mo. At ikaw may control, sino bibigyan mo nun? Ikaw lang ang magbibigay, diba? So ikaw lang may alam sino binigyan mo. Okay? Now, second question, is it the same as other job platform kagaya ng JobStreet, LinkedIn, or any other job site? The answer is no. May dalawang pagkakaiba. And let me use an example here. Let me do a shout out to JobStreet, no, because I think you guys know what JobStreet is. So shout out lang to them sa mga nasa JobStreet. If you're using JobStreet na resume, you can only apply to companies who are using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. Pero pag gamit mo yung resume link mo, pwede mo yung gamitin kahit na saan, kahit na kanino, kahit na anong platform. Diba? Basta alam ng HR yung eksaktong link mo at ikaw magbibigay nun. That's the first difference. Second difference, if you have already submitted your JobStreet resume to an HR, you cannot change anything anymore. Well, you can on your end, but it will not be reflected on the HR. Hindi siya magiging real-time update. Comparing it to resume link ni Jobs 180, you can update it real-time. 2 days later, 5 minutes later, 6 weeks later, ikaw bahala, anytime nag-update ka ng information, lahat na in-update mo, dagdag bawas, will be reflected real-time across all na may alam ng resume link mo. Okay? So those are the two major differences. Now, pagdating sa pangatlong question, yan ang pinaka-simpleng tanong. Can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time na-convince ko na kayo na ito na ang pinaka-secured na job application platform. Okay? So, use your resume link. Number 4 question, I think is the most important question. How often should you update your resume link? The answer is every time. Every time na meron kang babaguhin. Okay? Every time na meron kang babaguhin. Lalong-lalo na yung contact details mo. Kasi imagine, binago mo lahat. Binago mo yung work experience mo, nagkaroon ng awards, nagkaroon ng achievement, hindi ka naman makontak ng HR. Wala rin, di ba? Sayang din. That's why you have to update yung contact details niyo. Okay? And the last question is just a trivia. Trivia lang, palaisipan. Why is this called jobs180.com? This is called jobs180.com because we want to turn your life around 180 degrees. And in case you're wondering, no, you wanted to raise a concern, bakit hindi po 360? Kasi pag 360 degrees, you only go back to where you started. Ikot ka lang na ikot, wala kang pupuntahan. 'Di ba? Bumabalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. Oh, ha? O, di ba? Char-char lang yan. Okay? So, anyways, again, kung meron pa kayo ibang questions, just in case you have questions, okay, you may send those questions here through our website, www.jobs180.com. You can also email us or email me here sa info@jobs180.com. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, pati na rin sa TikTok. Okay? So, check us out on all our social media platform. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget the wa. Okay? Isang magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much, Sir Kim. So good afternoon, Sir Kim. So students, if you have any questions regarding the resume link or in resume writing, you can post them in our comment section. So sir, as they are formulating their questions, so I would like to ask some questions for regarding your topic.
Can you say it again? Sorry, Ma'am Yumi, medyo mahina lang.
Sorry, sir. So, sir, since the students are still formulating their topics po, I have some questions for a few questions regarding the topic po. Sir Kim, can you still hear me po? I'm sorry, sir. I was sir, waiting for your sorry, sir. So, sir, my first question is sa dami-dami po ng features na napakagandang features na resume link po. I was just wondering na common question po ito whenever may product na magandang ino-offer. Is it free or do we need to pay for it sa resume link?
The resume link is absolutely for free. Wala itong bayad. Job seekers who wants to use it, you just have to use it lang. Make sure that your information is secured. And then you start applying. Kung saan mo gusto i-gamit sa pag-apply, there's several ways to apply. And I think that's the best part there. It's absolutely for free. So as a job seeker, I think you can maximize.
Okay, so Sir Kim, heads up lang po, we are having a tiny bit of a technical difficulty and we are having a difficulty hearing you po. But from what I can understand, the resume link is free kasi nga yung mga gumagamit nito is job seekers. So in a sense, wala pa silang mga trabaho. So yun din yung sense kung bakit free yung resume link. So Sir Kim, so thank you so much Sir Kim for introducing us the resume link and napakaganda naman talaga ng features nito. Isa sa favorite ko talaga is yung security ng informations natin kasi nga hindi lang ito store ng mga informations natin like mga basic information sa resume but also yung mga documents natin, videos and other links and images. So thank you so much Sir Kim. So I hope na maging okay na po yung internet niyo po. We appreciate you having us. Okay. Hi sir.
Yes, hi. Sorry,
Okay
the
sir.
line is really
Ano sir?
choppy. The line is really choppy. So, I can hear you pero bit by bit lang. So, could you
Okay
just
sir.
repeat the question?
Audible
Yeah.
ka na ngayon sir. Okay. Do you have ano sir? Okay. Si Sir Kim is having a technical difficulty. So thank you so much Sir Kim. So guys, if you have any other questions, hi Sir Kim. Hi po sir.
Yeah, I'm putting up through phones
Hi
right
sir.
now.
Naririnig na po ba ako sir?
Narinig kita. But I did not hear the question. Kung meron kang question, hindi ko lang narinig.
Okay. I have a few more sir. Okay. Ano sir, in as a job seeker sir, paano ba natin so certain if na like na-receive ng mga companies yung resume link natin na binibigay natin sa kanila?
Number one, you have to
Or
make
may
sure
way
that
ba
you
tayo
are applying to the company. Diba? Pagka mayroon ka in-applyan, bigay mo yung resume link mo in whatever format. You want to give it sa email, you want to use the website of Jobs 180 to submit, pwede mo gawin yon. And then you can check your dashboard sa job seeker. Dashboard ninyo, meron po doon portion na pwede mo makita yung status. So you can check it para you would know kung kayo ay pina-process na or hindi pa kayo na-process ng company. Yeah, so I hope I was able to answer the question.
Opo, yes naman sir. Sir, walang questions, anything questions from the students po, but I have one last question. Okay. So yung last question ko sir is paano nga ba natin nasa certain or na-certify na yung mga resume link informations natin is safe siya and hindi siya like katulad sa LinkedIn sir na nasa search or napapublic yung information natin or profile?
Okay, sige. I'm not here to speak about other job platform. I think it's best that I just just tell you what the advantages or features ng resume link. So for you to be certain about security, the first thing that you have to do is you have to go to your settings. Tapos dun sa settings nyo, piliin nyo yung information lang na gusto nyo ipakita or itago sa public. So even if you have all the information, attachments, and all the other details there, kontrolado nyo pa rin real-time yung information ninyo. Now when it comes to the resume link, because the resume link is not searchable when you go to the website of Jobs 180, you have to be the one to give it to the companies. So please make sure that you give the resume link to the companies. Otherwise, they won't be able to see your profile. So bigay nyo sa kanila, apply, no? Ibigay nyo either through messenger, through email, through text, through whatever means, basta bigay nyo yung resume link nyo dun sa HR. Yun po.
Okay, so thank you so much, Sir Kim. So sir, that would be all sa questions ko po. So far wala pong ibang questions yung mga students. Oo. So thank you so much, Sir Kim, for answering my questions po. And although baka mamaya may mga questions po yung students regarding the resume link, um, so guys, please feel free to message us or email us at info@jobs180.com if you have any additional questions. So thank you so much, Sir Kim, for joining us today and for introducing to us the resume link of jobs180.com. So students, again, if you would like to know more about resume link or if you have questions for Sir Kim, you can email him at info@jobs180.com or you may visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/jobs180. So we surely know how to apply for jobs using the resume link, so which is also very convenient for us students and as we become job seekers. So now we will learn about the ethics in the workplace and in job applications. So our second speaker will be presenting work application ethics. So B is currently the talent acquisition manager in FactSet, leading the data solutions non-tech operations group, and she joined FactSet in July 2010 and spent 12 years in operations as a team leader, then assistant manager for operations, then operations manager before finally moving to talent acquisition in August 2022. So B graduated from the University of the Philippines with a degree in political science, and she attended San Beda Law School for a year while working as a college instructor and taught social sciences. So she further developed her love for teaching that even working full-time she accepted offers to teach English. So B has a total of 28 years of professional experience, 16 of which spent in different industries prior to joining FactSet. So she has experience working as a college instructor, bank officer, customer service agent, quality assurance analyst, and trainer for English and transcription. So as a FactSet manager, B aspires to be a role model who will continue to support and promote FactSet values. So let us all welcome the Talent Acquisition Manager of FactSet, Miss Bernadette de Belen.
Hi, Yumi. Good
Hi, ma'am. Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
That introduction
Yes,
made
ma'am.
me
So
feel
your
old.
screen is up na.
I think I need to change that introduction. It makes me feel so old.
Ano ma'am, it is very intimidating as a person na bago pa lang sa industry of work. But it's very inspiring na madami ka po experiences. So I aspire to be one po.
That's nice. Thank you for saying that.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. So ma'am, your screen is up na po so you can start
Okay.
whenever you're ready and I'll see you later for the Q&A.
Sure. Thank you, Yumi. And again, good afternoon to Jobs 180. Thank you for having FactSet again. And it is a privilege to be representing FactSet today in this webinar. At the same time, good afternoon also to the students and probably the professors and officers of UE Caloocan. This is sort of homecoming because back in November, another colleague went to UE Caloocan for the job fair. So probably some of you saw us back in November. Naglaro tayo. We had that spin a wheel to see if you won a merchandise from FactSet. So based on what Yumi read as my introduction, again, I feel so old, but you know, every step or every career decision that I made, or every experience and every education that I had gained, it all contributed to my ethics. So that is our topic for today, work ethic. Okay, now let me first introduce to you that I come from FactSet, which is a leader in providing research and analytical tools to finance professionals. FactSet offers instant access to accurate financial data and analytics around the world. FactSet clients combine hundreds of databases from industry leading suppliers into a single powerful information system. Ayan, I hope it's not too Wag kayong matakot about that. And I know that we have almost 200 attendees today, and I hope that you will learn something from our session. So, as Yumi mentioned earlier, so my name is Bernadette, but you can call me B as everybody else does. Okay, so this is in a nutshell the works or the jobs that I held before until I joined FactSet back in 2010. So I will be celebrating my 14 years in July. I studied political science, and in elementary and high school, I was in a Catholic school. So for today, this is going to be our objectives. At the end of the session, we should be able to define ethic or ethics, define work ethic, and determine the benefits of having good work ethic. And as mentioned also by Yumi, application ethics, let's look at that also. Okay, so what is our agenda? Let's define ethic or ethics, also work ethic, and what are the benefits of having good work ethic, both for the company and for the employee. And at the end, let's have some Q&A as well. If you have any questions, reserve them at the end of the session, and we will answer those. If I can, hopefully I can. Okay, so ethics. Um, since we have more than or almost 200 attendees, okay, in your own words, okay, we have more audience or attendees in Facebook, and I really want to know if you are listening. Okay, can you, in your own words, it could be just one word or a phrase, what for you is the definition, or how would you define ethic or ethics? I'm giving you some time, so just type in there. These words are used interchangeably. So it has a singular form and it also has a plural form. So you can use both ethic and ethics. And the definition that I am flashing on the screen right now came from both Oxford and Merriam Webster. So you feel free to read those. Okay, so ethic refers to moral principles, the maxims, precepts, or observations concerning these. Okay. It could also mean a study or a branch of knowledge dealing with morals. But for the purpose of this session today, we are only going to look at the moral principles, the values. And this is the reason why I mentioned earlier your education, your experiences, the skills that you have learned and gained will play a vital role for you to develop your morals and your values. Okay? I'm not seeing any answers, ha? Mukhang hindi yata tayo nakikinig. That's part of ethics, guys, if you're listening and if you are participating also in the session. Now, for this session, I would really like to focus on work ethic. Okay? So what is work ethic? As mentioned in the higher quotient um, site, this is an individual's values and attitudes towards work, reflecting dedication, integrity, and diligence. Okay, it shapes performance, productivity, and commitment in the workplace. So if you will notice, this definition talks about the individual. It talks about the employee. It talks about you because it is the set of values, principles, and attitudes that guide an individual's approach to their work responsibilities. It is the internal compass that influences how employees conduct themselves, interact with their colleagues, and fulfill their professional obligations. Again, thank you. We have an answer. Thank you very much, Bennett Benetnio Demission. You mentioned behavior. Yes, behavior is definitely part of ethic or ethics. Now, for the work ethic, you will notice here, it is always talking about the individual. It talks about the employee. It talks about you. Okay. Now, let's say you're applying for a job. Practice lang tayo. So you apply for a job, and then talent acquisition or recruiting will call you, set the schedule for the interview. Ano yung pwede nating maisip that we will be able to display good ethics? if you can give an example. This is very basic, especially for all of you or majority of you who will be graduating soon and you will start applying. So Jerome C, thank you. Ethics is about yourself and also knowing what is right and wrong. That is partially correct because knowing what is right and wrong is not enough. For ethics, okay, knowing what is right and wrong and knowing what to do with it. Okay, so you always have to remember that. Carl David Pasilan, thank you. Be punctual. Meron kang schedule. The schedule was given to you a day in advance, 2 days in advance. So you have to be ready. Be punctual. Now, merong mga companies or the setup right now is already hybrid. Pwedeng you will be interviewed in the office. Pwedeng you will also be interviewed virtually. Can you think of another way for you to show good ethic? Let's say, nagpe-prepare ka na sa iyong interview. How can you show the recruiter that you have a good ethic? Any anything that you can think of? You have to prepare. Okay? You have to prepare. You have to dress the part. Especially when you go face to face, it's easier because you really have to dress. If it's virtual, sometimes we get too relaxed. Ang nangyayari, we don't dress for the part, or sometimes we don't even comb our hair, we don't wash our face, we don't prepare at all, we don't read anything about the company. It's like we didn't really prepare, and that is not a good sign. Now, I mentioned earlier, or in my introduction, it was mentioned that I was part of operations before I joined talent acquisition. So back in operations, even if we have an employee who is really very good at what he does, but if that person is not dependable, then that employee is not going to get a good rating because first, hindi siya pumapasok ng kung kailan siya dapat pumasok. So as a manager, hindi ko alam, will I be able to give this person work to do? Or mabibitin lang yung ating deadlines. Okay? I see AJ San Juan Ayuban. Thank you very much. Research prior to applying. Yes, it's also very good. So thank you for answering. Okay, so again, remember, work ethic, it's about you. It talks about your values, your attitudes. Now, let's say nag-a-apply kayo. Merong pinagpipilian. Okay? And remember, pareho kayong fresh graduate. Okay? Pareho kayong magaling, but yung isa, when we look back at the interview, or how we deal with the applicant, or how the applicant um communicated with recruiter, that plays a role. Naging magalang ba tayo? Let's say, hindi tayo available dun sa schedule na binigay. Do we just not show up? Or do we inform the recruiter and ask, pwede po ba nating ipalipat yung schedule kasi po meron lang pong emergency. Okay. Another thing also, you need to make sure that in your resume and whatever you put in your resume link, make sure that you review that. Okay. Review for any wrong spelling. Let's say you look at the format because it shows the recruiter that you are prepared and that you care. Okay. Meaning, meron kang pakialam. Okay. I was talking to one of my friends in the industry, and then I mentioned to her that I will be talking about work ethic, and I asked her, in a nutshell, how would you describe work ethic? And then she said, sabihin mo lang sa kanila, wag silang pasaway. And then, we both laugh because it's true. Work ethic means wag lang tayong maging pasaway sa trabaho. Okay? Now, let's look at, the benefits of having good work ethic. Let's look at the part for the employee. Yung sa atin, okay? Because soon you will also be employees. One is career enhancement. Benefits of good work ethic is that it makes individuals more desirable as employees. It opens the door to more opportunities, and it might result in a more attractive salary. Kasi nga, mas nakikita yung potential ninyo, okay, and then you will be nandodoon yung pangalan niyo na, maybe for promotion or move to another group with more responsibilities because you're more trustworthy. Okay? So benefits of a good work ethic increases the chances of getting a suitable job that retains employment. Now, another thing, a balanced lifestyle. Sometimes people say that this is not achievable, but ethical workers complete work responsibilities on time, giving a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. So, being fulfilled at work allows employees to enjoy life more fully outside work. Um, ang isang kalaban ng work ethic is procrastination. Yung titigil na lang tayo sa work, not caring at all, we don't care about the deadlines. So um, an example of having a good work ethic is if you care about your deadlines and that if you follow the deadlines. Why is this important? We always have to think that the reason why I am giving a deadline is because the person who gave me this deadline also has a deadline, and that may affect the whole project. Okay. Another one is, of course, increased job satisfaction. Now, ethical employees, they pride themselves on a job well done and experience job satisfaction. It is because we care about the job or the work that we do. That is the reason why we find satisfaction in the job that we're doing. Okay? Now, for the company, meron din siya syempreng benefits. One is the company will have a favorable public and industry reputation. Companies who treat their employees well are viewed by the public more favorably. It maintains a positive industry perception if a company employs workers with a strong ethic. Siyempre, in the industry, they will say, yeah, FactSet or VXI or Jobs 180, their employees, they all have good work ethic. And that is a boost for the company. It also promotes well-balanced work environment because employees who know what supervisors and coworkers expect, they are prone to work more efficiently, meaning the goal is clear, okay? So employees know what to do, okay? So because of that, as company leadership acts respectfully and ethically, it sets a good example for workers. In turn, this can improve the work environment. Now, lastly, as a benefit for the company, productive and efficient employees. So, an ethical staff or employee is likely to hold their work responsibilities in high regard, meaning employees have sense of accountability and sense of ownership. They're likely to prioritize tasks, complete work on time, and find a good work life balance. To know more about the benefits, I have placed the link over there so you can also check that in your time. Now let's test our ethics, okay? And I hope everybody will be answering these questions. I only have 3 questions for everyone. Question number 1. You went out for dinner with your friends. At the end of the dinner, your waiter hands you the check. After reviewing your tab, you realize the appetizer you ordered wasn't included on your bill. So, what do you do? Do you ignore the oversight and tip based on the total listed on the bill? Don't say anything, but leave a larger tip than you normally would, or use the money you save on the appetizer to buy dessert afterwards, or inform the waiter of the oversight. So I hope that if you are really listening, you will answer. Is it A, B, C, or D? And mind you, I can see your comments, so I would know if people are answering. I see Janelle answered D. Okay, D, another D. Carl. I hope the others will also. Okay, Mark. Wow. A lot of people, both Facebook and YouTube, answered D. Thank you very much. Again, this is based on your ethics, ha? So a moral compass of one person may be different from the other, but it looks like everybody here is answering D. Thank you for your participation. Let's look at the second question. Now, at the end of an important meeting, your manager turns to you and compliments the suggestions you had to improve timeliness. Now, the idea actually came from a coworker who shared it with you over lunch last week. So, what do you do? Do you say thank you to the manager and just leave it at that? Explain that you experience, or B, explain the experience that you sorry, explain that you appreciate the compliment but must admit that you had some help from your coworker. C, shrug it off confidently, saying there's plenty more where that came from. Or D, tell her that you can't take the credit because it was your coworker's idea and you agree it's a great one, which is why you brought it up in the meeting. So now we're answering question number two, ha. Medyo mas mahirap to. It could be confusing, but again, it will depend on your ethics. So what do you think, if you were in that position, what do you do? Is it A, B, C, or D? I'm not sure if all the D's here is still referring to question number one, but I think some of it, they're now answering question number two, and you're still saying letter D. It looks like it. Yeah, because some also would answer letter um B also. D po, promise. Okay. D, question two. Okay, thank you. Wow. Okay, a lot of see, I see an answer of a B, and that's not a wrong move as well because you are still acknowledging. But again, it depends on what you believe is right or wrong. And my last question is ito. Medyo mas complicated ito. It's lunchtime. So you head to the office kitchen to heat up your food while waiting on the microwave, which is a normal occurrence. You notice an open file folder sitting on the table with what looks like a list of employees and their salaries hanging out of it. So no one else is in the room, so you have no idea who the folder belongs to. What do you do? One, I'm sorry, A, ignore the open folder and go about your business. B, after briefly looking at the contents of the folder just to make sure that you are being paid competitively, you take it to the HR director for her to handle. C, take the folder with you and send out a company wide email asking the person who left a file folder in the kitchen to come see you to pick it up. And D, without reading the visible pages, close the folder and wait. When its owner shows up, explain that you closed the open folder as soon as you saw what it was, but did not want to leave such sensitive information unattended. So is it A, B, C, or D for question number three? Dapat pala pinalitan ko yung order ng choices. Ginawa ko lahat B para all of you will be calling me um for this activity. So I see a lot of these also in answering this question. Okay, Yui Caloocan, I appreciate your engagement, your participation. Thank you for answering those questions. And before I close, so this is the talent acquisition team in Manila. There are 5 criteria for exceptional work ethic. One, you give a damn. It only means you have to care. Two, do what you said you are going to do. Meaning, if you said that you will do this task, you have to do it, you have to finish it. Three, you have to focus. Okay, make sure again that you don't procrastinate or you do something else. Do not get distracted. You need to focus, know what is the goal, and make sure that you achieve that or you hit that. Four, take the initiative. Okay, and five, clearly separate your professional and personal life. And of course, again, thank you to Jobs 180. Here are the contact details for FactSet Philippines Inc. We are located at One Legrand Tower, McKinley West, at Bonifacio Global City. We are at factset.com. That's our company website. If you want to reach me via email, my email address is bdebelen at factset.com. If you want to apply through Jobs 180, that is jobs180.com/FactSet Careers. And I'm very proud to share with everyone that FactSet is part of the top 100 employees for fresh graduates in the Philippines. We're ranked number 46. And we are also, again, part of Inquirer's Best Employers for 2024. So, again, thank you. Thank you very much. Yumi, there might be some questions. I'm not sure. Or if you have questions for me.
Yes, ma'am. Before my questions, ma'am, I just want to answer. Gusto ko talagang i-answer yung number 3 kasi na-confused din,
Sure.
na-confused din ako. Yung answer ko kasi is letter C kasi mas quick siya na solution rather than hintayin mo kung sino yung babalik dun. And siguro,
Yes.
hindi ko alam, letter C. Pero ano siya
Sabi
ma'am,
ko nga,
interesting.
it's very
Oo.
interesting, and we also have to remember, sabi ko nga 'di ba, ethics is knowing what is right and wrong, or the difference between right and wrong, and what you do with it. It's not enough that you know what is right and wrong eh. Okay, so ngayon alam mo na kung ano yung mali, ano yung tama. So ano na yung next step mo? Ano yung gagawin mo? So the answer here, there wala akong ibibigay na like na right answer. Of course, obviously, si A is delikado. But it doesn't mean na hindi mo siya pwedeng gawin, 'di ba? Ito nga yung sinasabi natin na alam mo na mali siya, pero ginawa mo pa rin. 'Di ba? So again, letter B naman, ito, nagmarites ka. Okay? Parang sinarado mo nga, pero sinilip mo muna, teka nga, ako ba ang sweldo ko ba ay kapareho ng, "Hay! Bakit mas mataas ang sweldo ko kaysa sa boss ko?" Parang gano'n, 'di ba? So, you know it's wrong, but you still did it. So, nasan do'n yung ethics. So, very important talaga. It really guides, it serves as our moral compass. So, Yumi, I'm not gonna say that you gave the wrong answer, because that is also a possible answer.
Oo, yes. Yun nga yung problem ay hindi problem, like, difficulty sa work ethics. So yung tanong ko po ma'am is, minsan nga na nakaka-experience tayo ng mga stressful situations or yung mga challenging times kasi hindi naman talaga yan ano ba yung term? Like ma-avoid yung mga times na
Yes.
ganyan, especially sa company or sa workplace. So how do we ano ma'am, maintain a strong work ethic if gano'n na yung na-experience natin?
Um, yung minention ko kanina, like work ethic is individual. It's in the employee. But it doesn't mean that the company that you work for doesn't have a role. The company should also provide the environment for that person to maintain good work ethic. Now, in companies, we have our policies. So yung policies na yun would also help guide us kung ano yung tama nating gawin when we encounter a situation. Now, with regard to stress, okay. Um, Personally also, because I am a people manager and I have direct reports, and probably some of them are watching right now. So when they request for a leave, so when they request for a leave, that's a privilege. That is their right to have. So if people need to go on leave because they're stressed, then you give them that. Or kung napapansin na natin, as managers, so we need to be sensitive. We need to be sensitive kung ano yung nararamdaman ng mga team members natin. So, we ask them, are you still okay? Do you feel burnt out? The guidance of the manager plays a vital role also, in making sure that employees are able to manage their stress. Unless yung manager na yung source ng stress nila. But there's always uh, other ways to release a stress or to manage your stress, but you just need to be aware, and you need to make sure that you are also taking good care of yourself. As you know, mental health is very important. So I hope I answered your question, Yumi.
Oo, yes naman po, ma'am. So, nakalimutan ko lang sabihin na students, you can actually post your questions on the comment sections if you have any questions for Ma'am B. So, you can post them now and we can read them and Ma'am B can answer them. So, ma'am, in a student's perspective, so sila ngayon is graduating class sila sa mga nanonood. In a student's perspective, I can relate talaga na stressful talaga yung graduation time. So, how do we, kasi yung work ethic hindi lang naman sa workplace, especially
True.
magagamit din yun sa universities or sa classes. So how can they avoid burnout or how can they balance work ethic tapos yung burnout?
Um,
Avoiding burnout.
so those are two separate things, no? Kasi burnout is you really pushing yourself. You're not taking good care of yourself. So papapunta ka pa lang doon sa burnout, dapat alam mo na, nararamdaman mo na, and then you put a stop. Like you give yourself a break. Now, when we talk about ethics for students, as simple as hindi ako nakapag-aral para sa exam today. Mangungopia ba ako? or I'll do my best to answer the questions or answer the exams. That's already an example of your ethics. Okay. Again, knowing what is right and wrong, and then you need to know what you can do with it or what you should do about it. Alam mo naman na mali yung mangopya, pero ginawa mo pa rin. What does it say about your ethics? What does it say about your values? Um, for students of today, I would say, because I'm old, during my time, we didn't have webinars such as this. So we were really on our own. I hope that students would take advantage of webinars like this because this will really help prepare them um, in as they enter the corporate world or kung ano man yung pupuntahan nila. Work when we say work ethic, it's not just, you becoming an employee for a company. If you decide, let's say you build your own business, work ethic is also very important because this will show how you're going to run the company, how you run your business, how you treat your employees, how you treat your colleagues. Andun din yan. So yung ethics talaga is it's very important, it's crucial. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, it could also define how you're going to succeed in the career or in the path that you have chosen. Kasi if you have good work ethic, mas ano ka, mas attractive ka in the sense that people will people will be reminded of how ethical of an employee you are. So, but for students, really, when you prepare for interviews, make sure that you follow the
Okay.
schedule. That's very important. Pag hindi nyo kaya yon, make sure that you inform the recruiter, please, walang ghosting. Okay, hindi yun maganda. Ghosting is not good.
Mm. Very unethical ng ghosting talaga.
Yes, in life and in love, it's very unethical.
Oo, yeah. So true naman talaga, ma'am. Oo, tapos ano din ma'am, when having work ethics dapat din na may akibat ito na respect to the coworkers even if na different talaga yung work ethics ng individuals within the workplace.
It's part. Respect, being respectful is part of that because remember, ethics is our moral compass. So what could be ethical for one may not be ethical for the other. But if you have respect for each other, then that's not going to be an issue. It should not be an issue.
Yes. So, yan talaga ma'am no. So, as early as possible dapat we should learn about work ethics and we should apply them in our day-to-day living para hindi lang siya sa workplace gumagana but also sa life din ng
Yes.
natin. Oo, personal lives, work lives, ganun. Ano ma'am, may last question ako. So, ano ba yung advice na mabibigay mo for the individuals looking to improve their work ethics and professionalism?
Um, So it's very important, and this is something that I would also advise even my team members, my colleagues, yung kasabayan ko na it is important that you learn from others also. So it's either you read books, pero sa akin kasi ang pinaka-effective personally is having a mentor, having a good role model. Okay. And then make sure that you're also open to feedback. Meaning when people give you feedback, wag tayong maging defensive. In my mind, kapag nabigyan kasi tayo ng feedback, hindi naman yun sasabihin kung hindi nila nakita, kung hindi nila naramdaman, or hindi nila na-experience coming from us. So one is you really need to continuous learning. Second is you get a good mentor, have a good role model. Okay. And then, of course, three is be open to feedback. That's how you improve yourself, not just your work ethics, but yourself in general.
Okay, so thank you so much, ma'am. No, it really helps us, especially dun sa mga students na mag-enter pa lang sa world of work. Kasi alam ko naman nakakaba talaga maghanap ng work, tapos kaka-graduate lang natin. Yung moral compass natin, hindi natin alam kung saan natin ilalagay. So thank you so much for the insightful talk. Like, may
You're
na-learn din
always
ako.
welcome.
So
Thank
students,
you.
if you have any additional questions for Ma'am B, you can post it. Oo. Thank you. You can post the questions actually, students, or you can email us at info@jobs180.com. So, Ma'am B, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your valuable experiences and your insights about the topic. And we hope to have you in our next set of webinars again. And also, if you are
Okay. Yes.
interested, students, if you are interested in applying for a job at FactSet, so you can visit jobs180.com/FactSetCareers. And if you have any additional questions, you can email us at info@jobs180.com, or you may visit jobs180.com. So can I see some hearts for Ma'am B? That was a very insightful topic for us, especially for you students, kasi nga magagamit natin itong work ethic not just in the workplace but also in our daily lives. So yun, I hope you have may nakuha kayo or may napulot kayo na lessons from Ma'am B. So now we are done with job applications using resume link and work application ethics. So now for our third speaker. So our third speaker will be discussing work-life balance. So Melissa started her career as an ESL teacher last 2007, and she was also a preschool teacher in Singapore for 7 years and earned her early childhood development diploma there. With her exemplary skills, Melissa joined the VXI family and started her journey as a BPO trainer last 2021. So let us all welcome with warm virtual applause the talent acquisition trainer of VXI, Miss Maria Lisa Sales Alegado. So hi ma'am, good afternoon.
Thanks, Miss Yumi. Good afternoon. Okay. I hope you can hear me and I
Yes
hope you
ma'am, good
can see
afternoon
me,
ma'am.
right? Let me
I
just try
you are
and pull
audible.
up. Yes, let me just try and pull up my material first. Let me know if you can see it. I'm already sharing it.
Okay ma'am,
It's
so
actually a blank
it
sheet.
is
It's
showing on the
actually a
screen
blank
ma'am.
slide. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
ma'am.
you
So we
so
can
much.
see it now. For your
All
screen is
right.
up. So if you are ready, ma'am, I'll leave you to it, and I will be back
Yes.
later. Good luck, ma'am.
Thanks, Miss Yumi. Yes, I'd like to welcome our faculty and staff from University of the East, Caloocan. I'm very glad to be here again. This is not the first time, and every time it's always a very insightful gathering for me, let alone listening and hearing other speakers speak. So indeed, now we are learning a lot from all of them also. Okay, so let me begin my discussion today. I believe I'm looking at my Facebook account and I see we have 145 audience or listeners here. So I just want to check, are you guys still with me? If the answer is yes, kindly send me a heart emoji. Okay, I just want to make sure we're saving the best for last. I know the topics are quite interesting and serious. Thank you so much. I'm seeing heart emojis right there. Okay, right. Okay. Now, question, just a trivia or just a quick question. You're looking at the picture now on your slide. Type what you can see. What's your impression of this photo? There's a guy, he's standing on top of this, seems to be the tip of a big rock or a rock itself. What is your impression as you're looking at this picture? Let's see what people or what students would type here. Okay, do we have any comments? Thanks for the hearts. Yeah, but what do you see on the picture? Taking risk, Irene says the guy is taking a risk. Yes. Okay. So what do you think you need to do so you don't fall from that rock? What do we normally do when we climb, steep roads or edges? What do we do so we are safe from, falling? Charlene says success and happy. Okay. Um, any other guess? Okay, the word starts with a letter B. So B for very good, Mark and Timothy. Balancing. Okay, Mark also hit the nail. Maya Gem or Mijam de Guzman also hit the nail very good. So the guy is actually doing the balance, right? Now, the topic for today is quite relevant to the previous one discussed by our speaker earlier, okay, but slightly different because our topic for today talks about work life balance, okay? We want to talk about managing different priorities. Now, I know we have most of our students here right now are about to graduate, but we have faculty, we have staff, and we have listeners here today who are already working. So I'm sure you know what that means. See, when you're already working, there are just so many stress, or there are just so many things that we need to manage every day of our lives. But not only that, the discussion for today does not only focus on work, work per se, meaning going to the office, being an employee. It also talks about us being students, right? So let's try to discuss this today. First off, did you know that employee turnover is 25% lower in companies that provide a healthy work life balance? But you may want to ask me later, Mel, what do you mean by a healthy work life balance? Right? Before we delve into that. Okay? It also says 30% of employees who have a good work life balance plan to stay in their current jobs. So I guess it takes one to know one. Our workers, our employees who are here in the room today should be able to tell us this is true, right? If there's balance in your life, then it should be good. That means you are still having a good time so far. Okay, but let's define work life balance. Now, some people they define work life balance as the ease with which one can conduct personal affairs during working hours. So, meaning to say, you're doing your work, but at the same time, you're doing personal stuff without the burden of obtaining approval of justifying one's actions to others. So, others were referring to our bosses, our leaders, right? However, a typical interpretation of work balance is prioritizing personal and professional activities with equal time. Okay. However, we might just see flaws, in both of these definitions as to how we keep a work-life balance from being the ideal answer. Because, truth be told, everyone, there's really no such thing as a perfect work life balance. There's no such thing as a perfect school life balance, for example, right? It's very subjective. What gives you a happy work life balance may not apply to me. So it's just entirely two different things. All right. Now, why is it important for us to talk about this today? What's the relevance of this mail to our lives? We haven't started working yet. We're just about to graduate. Well, this is essentially imperative because in the future, as we start with our careers, we would have an idea how to handle. First off, we want to avoid burnout. Okay. We want to discuss work balance because burnouts, it usually happens when we are feeling overwhelmed and engrossed with a lot of tasks, all right? When demands are not met. Let's say graduating students here from University of the East, I'm sure by now our professors are bombarding us with a lot of tasks, right? Whether it's synchronous or asynchronous schedule. Theses, for example, case studies, for example, these things just get into our nerves. And what happens when we are, given too much demands? We get burnt out. We just get tired, And when we are burnt out from school, from work, or even just by simply staying at home, like our mothers who are just staying at home taking care of us, we also constantly feel exhausted, right? We would start to get demotivated. And then we start to quit quietly. Okay, quitting quietly is like not performing our tasks efficiently anymore. Why? Because we start to feel unhappy, right? And when we feel demotivated, the tendency is we start to feel negative about the things around us, right? We see problems from tiniest issues. And let's be very honest, it gets to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. Well, because we're humans, we experience all these things. Therefore, maintaining a balance would improve our overall well-being. It reduces our stress and it increases our happiness. Remember, happiness is very important. It is as well subjective, but happiness is a big word. Job performance. When you are already working, like most of us, like myself, it's important for me that I feel supported by my superiors, by my leaders, by my bosses, right? To me, if I am supported, it gives me a certain balance, right? When we are supported, we tend to be more engaged with our tasks. Why? Because we are happy. We feel the support system from our colleagues, we feel the support system from our friends. It's the same when we go to school. When our professors support us, our professors understand what we are going through, that they may be some delay when we submit our projects, but at least, right, we're able to chase the deadline a little bit, then it gives us a sense of achievement that we are being supported. But of course, to a certain limit, we should always follow the deadline when we are given. Right now, this engagement leads to increased productivity. When you're working, if you feel that there's balance between your work and your personal life, it drives you to work harder, right? There is an improved workplace, the morale is very good, and it heightens the sense of loyalty to the company. Again, loyalty is also a big word because when we are, loved, when we are valued, we are able to reciprocate the same to our leaders and to the company. And of course, thirdly, it matters to us to know about work life balance because it improves our overall well being. So, needless to say, it simply means reducing stress, right? It increases our ability to be productive, it boosts our creative thinking. So, these are the things that we want to cover today, right? Again, not just for us employees, but also for you, students, right? So, our roadmap, we have already discussed what work life balance is, but let's talk about the challenges. What are the solutions, and how do we actually set our priorities? Okay, what are the common challenges in work life balance, and what are the solutions? So, how do we know when we are starting to feel that there is an imbalance in our relationship between work and our personal affairs? We start to feel tired, right? We always feel tired, exhausted, right? The constant feeling of fatigued is there, okay? It could be one of the most, glaringly obvious signs that we are already working too much daily. It's the same when we, you know, manage our school activities or our homeworks or our projects. We can't overdo anything that's too much is also not good. So when we have mountains of tasks and reminders to juggle in a single day, we start to feel physically and mentally exhausted, and so we start to feel tired. Next one, high turnover, absences, and sick leave. Well, this is very common among us employees, right? But just to go back to always feeling tired before I forget. Solution. Remember that for us to be able to uh, put a rest to this kind of feeling, restlessness that will lead to unhappiness, they say we need an enough sleep. Again, that's also subjective. People say you need to sleep 8 hours, 7 hours, but some people say 4 hours is enough as long as it's a deep sleep, right? They say sleep is very important because it will help us fully function properly to go back to work for the rest of the week. So when we are tired, do not forget to rest. Okay, ensure that our relaxing bedtime routine will help us fall asleep so much faster. I know it's very simple to say because I'm also guilty of this. Screen time is one of the things that affect our sleeping time. So maybe we should try to lessen that so that we have more time sleeping. Some people drink milk, some people, eat less so they don't feel so bloated in the evening. So whatever rocks your boat, whatever makes you feel best before sleeping, I think those are the important things to consider. Okay. Another sign of imbalance is high turnover absences and sick leave. So for employees, one of the things that we start to do is being absent from work without prior notice, meaning to say absenteeism on the dot. Okay, sudden uh, leave without prior notice to our supervisors or to our leaders. And getting sick all the time. So getting sick all the time is also not a healthy thing. That means something is happening, something is not balanced. Okay? So one unfortunate side effect of having a poor work-life balance is that employees taking so much time off, or perhaps mental health is already affected. Okay, this may also cause more work to be pushed on the other employees. So if you're absent from work, what's the tendency? The boss would call the other colleague to complete the task. So it doesn't seem fair, isn't it? So that's one thing. Meaning to say it's a domino effect, it actually affects the whole team. Okay, so what solution can we do so that we arrest high turnover, absences, or sick leave? I think it's important, rest. File a leave ahead of time. I think leaves, these are our entitlement. My boss would tell us leave is something that we should enjoy. The reason why we are given that privilege, that opportunity to file leaves is because we needed it for our mental health. Okay? So that's one of the things that we need to also consider. And if you are a colleague yourself, try to encourage other employees to stay happy, to be motivated at work. I know, again, it's a cliche to say that, but if you have trusted people in the team, if you have people you can talk to in the team, it helps you somehow ease the feeling of being restless, being tired, and so no one's going to push you to be absent, to take, unplanned leaves or whatnot. So I think that would help. Third one, you start to feel irritable. So you start to be angry at little things, right? You lose your patience right away. You lose your patience with your colleagues. You go home grouchy or grumpy. The food is served very hot and nice on the table, but you find problems out of it. So you tend to yell at home, you tend to yell at your colleagues, and these are the things that clearly tells us that you're not happy about something, you're feeling impatient about something. Now this could be a sign that something is wrong at work. Because remember everyone, we spend most of our times, or we spend most of our days at work. How many hours do we stay at work? 8 to 10 hours. And then we travel back home. So how many hours is left? We eat our dinner, we sleep, and then the next day we go to work again. So it's true that what the memes says. We only go home to sleep. Our house is actually our apartment. That serves as our boarding house, and our office is where we live. I think that sounds quite true, right? So always remember, um, it helps to take a little bit of time each day to do something that you enjoy, right? This way, you are not always doing things for other people. So take time for yourself. Pamper yourself and go out for a nice meal occasionally. For example, me, I have my teammates, I have my colleagues here at work, but we don't really require each other to be together every time. Sometimes we would be on our own. I go solo, eat my meal, or my colleagues do the same as well, because I think it's essential that we, enjoy our quiet time, right? And then when we feel better, we can always gather again and, have fun and be happy. So I think it helps that the best experience when we are alone is to realize, we need some time off to breathe. I think breathing is very important. Okay, next one, neglecting personal relationships. So this is the one thing. Um, do we still have a very good relationship with our loved ones, right? Is social support and personal relationships still doing okay? Because guess what? These are what make our worlds go round, right? So we humans, we have a natural desire to connect to others and build relationships. Having encouraging, supportive relationships keep our life healthier. So it's important that we have friends, we have partners. Now, this is one of the biggest areas that can be impacted by forgetting the importance of work life balance while you're just overworked. There's just too much on your plate. You don't want to be disturbed. Family becomes a distraction to you. They don't make you happy anymore, right? You bury yourself too much with work. You forget there's life after that. Okay, so I guess it's time to make changes. Remember to leave work at work. Okay, so whatever our tasks whatever tasks given to us by by our bosses, by our leaders, I know at night we would start to think about it. We would even have nightmares about all these tasks given to us, but we have to make it a habit. Okay, work should be left at the office, right? Sometimes, occasionally it's okay to take home important deadlines or projects, especially if they require due dates, right? If there is something that we have to do right away, but it shouldn't be a habit, okay? Weekends should be set for enjoying our personal time. Next one is high level of stress. So this could be something that also would affect our work-life balance, right? Stress is a very, very dangerous thing. Okay? Stress about not finishing our work, stress about not being able to finish our homeworks, especially if the tasks for schools are asynchronous and there's a deadline required from us, right? We're not able to see friends and family enough, and there are just so many things, right? Now, healthy work life balance benefits our mind, our body, and mood, right? All these three, it will really be affected by stress. So when you're a stressed person, most likely what? We become unpleasant. It happens, right? We become inefficient. We're not able to perform well and moody, right? And sometimes you tend to distance yourself from socializing. So solution that we can do here, you can choose physical solutions, right? Stretching or small workouts, right? Moving the body during the workday may help you feel more refreshed throughout the day. Okay, so we can also listen to music. Here at our office, it's like an everyday thing, we listen to music every day. It helps us ease our stress as well. Of course, music, songs should be soothing to our soul. Depends on what we like. Okay, so how do we maintain a balance? How do we make sure that we're living a life of balance? Number one is prioritization. Right, you have to imagine your time and energy as valuable currencies. These are like money. Right, we have limited amount to spend each day, and it's essential to invest them wisely in the things that truly matter to us. Okay, this is like discovering what holds the most significant thing in our lives and making conscious efforts to put those aspects front and center. If we have a lot of work, prioritize the most important to the least important. Now, if at work, if at school, we believe that there are things we just cannot do alone, it's always important to seek help. Okay, seeking help is important. Okay, next one, set boundaries between work and home life. Right? Take a moment to realize and recognize limits. Okay? What are the things that are negotiable and what are the things that are non-negotiable in our lives, right? It could be the number of working hours. So moving forward, when you start to apply for jobs, you have to make a research, you have to do your own research. What does this task of mine entails? Will this require a 15-hour job? Never know, right? Will I have to work on a graveyard shift? Because if the answer is yes, I think it's non-negotiable for me. Why? Because I have a family, or I take care of my mom, or I take care of the olds at home. So these are the things, right? Or I do other things in the daytime, so I don't think I can manage it in the evening, right? These are the things that we have to consider because we need time for relaxation, we need time to spend with family, and These limits will actually help us set clear and realistic boundaries. Okay, so before you attempt to apply for jobs, know about the company first. Next one, embrace the blocking. What does it mean, Mel? Okay, embracing the blocking is that choosing and planning out your day, planning out what you want to do, planning out how you would like to create or design your life, right? Let's say a physical planner, or maybe a calendar, or a time management app. It could be our faithful companions, right? Now, choose what suits your style best and get ready to make the most of every moment. I have colleagues here at work. Going to the gym is really part of their everyday life. So when they don't do it, it's like a part of them is missing. Okay, and I see this is their way of handling their stress, their coping mechanism, and designing their lives and making their lives really balanced. So gym is there to go, right? I admire them because it helps them a lot, and I see how happy they are when they are able to, do sessions. I wish I can do that, but I guess we have different ways of, planning our activities when we are free, right? Next one, look after your diet and health. So I think this is also very important that we look after our health because this way we will have the energy to do the things and we become even more productive, right? And next one, we have to make time for ourselves. So, in line with what I mentioned earlier, going to the gym, pampering yourselves to the salon, eating meal by yourself. This could be any hobby that we enjoy doing. As long as you're happy doing it, then go for it. Okay? Because when you're happy doing the things you do, it greatly helps your mental health. So we have to focus on the things that makes us happy, right? Remember, it doesn't need to be extravagant. It doesn't need to be grandiose. Could be simply buying yourself banana cue, buying yourself taho. That's your comfort food maybe, and then you are happy. Okay, right. Now let's move to the next one. I have here a short anecdote about Maya, okay, and how Maya actually manages or masters her work-life balance. So Maya's routine, she starts her day with a refreshing jog in the park. You know, that's her way of mentally preparing for the day ahead. As mentioned, maybe you have friends who go to the gym before going to work. That's also their way of keeping themselves fit and mentally ready. Okay, for Maya here, she's a software engineer and an artist at the same time, but she makes sure that every day she follows her morning routine. Now, at work, because Maya is a software engineer, during work, Maya focuses on doing her job. Okay, she takes regular short breaks to still draw because she's an artist. So, in that case, she's able to blend her creativity with her technical tasks. So, she enjoys sketching, she enjoys design. At the same time, she's able to fulfill her duties as a software engineer. Okay, now in the evening, what does Maya do? In the evening, Maya transforms into an artist each night. So she does painting in her studio. She expresses all her thoughts, all her emotions through vibrant art. So, meaning to say, while she's busy in the daytime, she makes sure that she does what she loves doing, something that she's passionate about in the evening. And by the way, this doesn't really affect her time because, first, this is her passion, right? That's what we call it evening passion. And on weekends, Maya is dedicated to socializing, doing her outdoor activities, and exploring art exhibitions. This enriches her personal life as well. So, again, this is how Maya does her work. This is how Maya goes with the days that are coming. And so, therefore, Maya balances professional diligence with her artistic passion, right? She's a proof that one can still work and achieve personal fulfillment. And these things can actually exist, coexist harmoniously. So, in summary, right, we can say that Maya's story does embody the principle of a work life balance. So she manages her time well, she sets her boundaries, she shows signs of flexibility, she prioritizes her health, obviously, and she finds fulfillment in her professional and personal activities. Her routine also illustrates how one person or how anyone can maintain this balance by integrating work and personal interests in a way that will enrich both areas of her life. So, in conclusion, we can say that work-life balance. It's not about an equal split of time. Say, I need to work 8 hours only, and that's it. And the remaining hours should be set for this. Because if these things are met, then for sure I have a proper. I have achieved a proper work-life balance. Doesn't necessarily follow. Okay, it's about finding and fulfilling a sustainable way to manage both. So Maya's story is a good representation of someone achieving the balance. Okay, and with that, let me close my topic for today by giving you something to remember or something to ponder on. The key to balancing work and life is finding something that you love to do and making it work for you. So, this is from Marissa Mayer. She's a former CEO of Yahoo. So, simply put, this is a reminder to all of us, right, that finding the balance is ensuring that first we love what we are doing, because I believe if we love what we are doing, then we will never go wrong. Okay, and that's it for us students from University of the East. If you're still with me and if you have heard me loud and clear, send me your heart emojis on the chat box. Thank you so much. Just a quick advertisement, I guess. Before I formally close this one, we have vacant positions here in VXI still. Walk-in applicants are welcome. You may visit any of our recruitment offices in Makati. We have in Panorama and QC. We have in Bridgetown and we have in MOA. And of course, Davao, that's where I'm at currently. And you may want to visit our website, www.jobs180.com/VXI. Thanks for all the love sent in the chat box. Thank you so much, Miss Yumi. Let me stop the screen. There you go. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, ma'am. That was very insightful po. Also,
Thank
students,
you.
so thank you so much for the love that you have sent. You can also send in your questions in the comment section. So if you have any questions, you can send them in the comment and we will read them. And Ma'am Mel will answer it. So ma'am, as they are formulating their questions,
Sure.
may tanong po ako.
Sige
Oo, may
po,
mga
Miss
tanong po
Yumi.
ako. Oo. So usually ma'am is work-life balance ko is for some people ano siya easier said than done. So for example, if
Mm,
nagawa na yung mga time blocking, na prioritize na yung dapat i-priority, hindi kasi may instances kasi na in some people hindi nawawala yung mga feelings of guilt, tapos yung mga inadequacy na nafe-feel if i-prioritize nila yung self nila. So um how do we overcome how do we overcome that feeling if yung pag-prioritize ng personal time natin over our work commitment, yung guilt na
mm,
nafe-feel?
yes. So I think this is a battle of you and your emotions, Miss Yumi. Right? So ang kalaban mo dito is how you feel. Then I guess the best solution is to not feel guilty about it. Right? So you have to, of course, identify and recognize all the achievements, all the completion of tasks that you've done, and always remember how significant, how vital mental health is in our lives. sometimes we tend to overwork, right? I have a friend, he tends to overwork because he needs it. So I'd always tell him, it's okay, you're making money, it's fine, that's good, that's great news. But don't forget, you have to rest if you must, right? And we're thinking about the bills, we're thinking about everything's on the plate. But at the end of the day, when our bodies are down, then we will not be able to perform efficiently. So, yung guilt na feeling, we all feel, I feel that as well. Pero it's time na we set priorities. That's prioritization. Focus on what's the most important and consider the least important as your last priority. I hope that answered your question.
Yes, ma'am. Para, oo, yes. Na-answer. In ano ma'am, in lieu with that, for the students po, ano po yung advice na
Hmm.
mabibigay niyo for the students na nafi-feel nila yung pressure na i-sacrifice yung personal time nila for the sake sa academic or professional pursuits nila? Like, as students kasi may pressure
Mm-mm.
talaga silang nafi-feel in terms of that.
Yes. Well, first off, Miss Yumi, again, you have to identify what are these personal things that you think you are sacrificing. Is it going to be worth it or feeling mo lang, love life ba ito? Shopping ba ito? TikTok ba ito? Ano ba sila? As opposed to the priorities that would give you brighter future. Kasi ako, I'm a mother myself. So, how do I put my daughter's balance in check? So I always remind her, you have to focus on your school, you have to study hard. But every time she asks for, like, going out with friends, I make sure I see the balance. Kasi if you see naman the student working hard, why would you deprive them of their personal happiness? Right? But again, for students, yung personal happiness kasi subjective, no? Yung iba sasabihin nila, having a partner is what makes me happy, is what motivates me to study. I think that's okay, right? But again, you need to set that balance. Pag may love life tayo, hindi dapat nakakompromise yung school. So, ibig sabihin, dapat pasado yung grades, dapat walang bagsak. Para MYMP, we make our mamas proud or we make our parents proud, di ba? MYPP. Bagets lang, di ba, Miss Yumi?
So, tama naman po, ma'am, no? Some instances kasi as students, so may
Mm-mm.
instances na hindi natin na-depressed tayo, but broken-hearted. Broken-hearted pala tayo.
Yes. Yung
Mm.
simple songs will make us cry feeling natin it's the end of the world. But, you won't realize until you lose the chance kasi of, studying. Ako, I always believe, when I was way younger, I thought studying is a distraction. I don't like to study. I don't feel like finishing school. But once I finished school and I'm here where I am right now and I have my kids, I realized how valuable it is and how important it is for the kids to really have an education. So sana lahat makagraduate. 'Di ba, students from UE?
Sana nga, ma'am. Kasi yun yung mga isa sa
Yes.
pinakamalaking milestones na may experience ng tao
True.
talaga.
True.
Mm. So, ano ma'am, as a successful person in her career, ano po yung nakikita nyo na future ng work-life balance? Tapos, like personally, ano po yung mga changes na gusto nyo makita sa society when they think about work-life balance?
I guess I'm just luckier. I consider myself lucky because for me, my idea, my concept, I know we always say it's subjective, right? But for me, what makes my life balanced is because I don't have to get up on weekends to go to work. So that makes me lucky. Mahalaga sa atin yung bawat araw. So, yung 5 days na pinapasok ko sa opisina, especially on-site na kasi kami sa VXI, napakalaking happiness ko yun. Okay? Kaya, every Friday, it's really TGIF sa amin. That's our happiest days. So, siguro ang nakikita ko, sana eventually lahat 5-day work shift na lang. Although yes naman, I think generally yun. Kaya lang yung iba kasi, they still have to work on weekends. Yung iba ang preference nila, weekends. And sana din, ang idea ko lang, for us to really enjoy a better work-life balance is of course monetary. When workers, when employees are paid very well, we have more opportunities to enjoy our free time, right? We can travel, we can go to places we have never been before with our families, we can eat nice food, diba? And we can buy things that would really make us happy. Because while people say money cannot buy happiness, I kind of beg to disagree. I think money can buy happiness. 'Di ba? If we have the money kasi, Miss Yumi, we
Pili
can
ka, no?
we can do the things we want. Tama? Pwede magpa-rebond, pwede
Tama naman po.
magpa-balayage,
And
o 'di ba?
mostly sa world ngayon. Mostly din sa world ngayon,
Yes,
ma'am, is need na ng money para makagalaw-galaw.
true.
Hindi
Correct.
lang
So
sa ano.
sana,
Oo.
yeah, so I believe work-life balance, sana yung mga graduating students natin, ma-enjoy nila yan. Sana people in the Philippines or workers in the Philippines will be paid more para we don't have to find our luck somewhere else, overseas to, try our lucks there. Kasi mas maganda sana na we are working nakasama yung families natin.
Yes,
Yes,
so true that yan, ma'am. So marami talaga ngayon naghahanap ng mga trabaho sa ibang bansa, and
true.
it's difficult to process. So
Mm-mm.
job seeking is very difficult talaga wherever you are.
Correct. So
So
dapat
sana
happy tayo,
ano,
no? Na we are working, Miss Yumi. Happy pa rin tayo. We have
oh,
jobs.
oh yes. So ayun. So that would be all my question, ma'am. So thank you so much for
Yes,
answering
thank
them.
you.
Very insightful niya, ma'am, in work-life balance, especially as a nagtatrabaho na person. Oo. So thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today. And for the students, I hope you have learned something from the talk, kasi it's very insightful, and marami tayong matutunan, not only hindi lang natin magagamit sa ating workplace, but also sa daily lives natin. So thank you so much, Ma'am Mel, for joining us today, and we wish to have you on our next set of webinars again. And
Thank you,
students,
Miss
if you are
Yumi.
interested in applying, thank you, ma'am. Have a great day po. And sa mga students po, if you are interested in applying for a job at VXI, so you just have to visit www.jobs180.com/VXI. And students, if you have any questions, you can email us at info@jobs180.com, or you may visit jobs180.com. So no, that would be the end of our session or our talks. So wow, all I can say is that if this was my first time attending webinars like this would really help me in looking for jobs. So to our audience, thank you so much for attending, and we hope that you have learned from this webinar will be useful to you in your journey to the world of work. And we hope you have enjoyed the session. So if you have any additional questions, again, don't hesitate to send us a message on our Facebook page, facebook.com/jobs180.com, or to email us at info@jobs180.com. So we are at the end of our program. To give us the closing remarks, may we invite Mr. Arnold De Silva, the University Psychometrician, to give us the closing remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to share a short message from our guidance coordinator, Mr. Antonio C. Postrano, who cannot be with us today because he's attending a seminar for guidance counselors. According to Mr. Postrano, student warriors, you are now one step closer to achieving your goals. Please continue to support the GCCSO programs and the Job Placement Office, which are designed to assist students in facing life after uni. And to our friends from jobs180.com, thank you for always supporting our career activities for our graduating students. For the past several years, you have been one of our instruments in motivating our students to face and overcome the job market challenges. We were able to help our students adapt to the changing trends in the industry because of this program. We hope this partnership will continue to help more graduating students. Again, thank you and congratulations in advance.
So thank you so much, sir, for that closing remarks. So there you have it, guys. We are done with the talk proper and successfully tackled all the topics assigned for today's session. So don't forget to evaluate this event. So the link is flashed on your screen and in the comment section, and you can also scan the QR code. And again, it is also available in the comment section. So thank you so much for attending and staying all throughout the event. And we would also like to thank Miss Maria Janine Bautista Zamora. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your hard work and coordination in making this event successful. So your dedication and efforts were instrumental, and we are truly grateful for everything you have done. So we hope that we have imparted insightful things that would help you as you embark on your journey to the world of work. So please watch out for the next set of webinars and that we are going to host for. So don't forget to check our Facebook page and do not hesitate to join our future sessions too. So jobs180.com is looking for interns. So for those of you who are interested, you can submit your resume link at jobs180.com/jobs180. Or you may email us at info@jobs180.com. And in conclusion, guys, I want to leave you with this thought. So your career is a journey, and each day is an opportunity to build your path to success. So take what you have learned today and use it as a stepping stone to reach your goals. So remember, the key to successful career is continuous learning, resilience, and a passion for what you do. So go out there, pursue your dreams, and make a difference. So thank you so much for joining us today, and I wish you all the best in your career building endeavors. So the program has been concluded. This is your host, Yumi, and we will see you soon. And don't forget to bring your umbrellas because it is a rainy season now. So when you go outside, and have a great day.
Ever notice how a smile is contagious? It's hard not to smile when someone's smiling at you. Go ahead, try it. We'll wait. Smiling yet? Us too. Here at T-Tech, we love smiles. In fact, we've built a culture around them and a brand on top of them. For us, it's all about the feeling you get when someone goes that extra smile to brighten your day. It's how an upside-down frown makes our T-Tech world go round. Our mission is to make the whole world smile, and it starts with you. We focus on what matters most to you. Career growth, personal development, well-being, whatever it may be. It's all part of the T-Tech experience. So put on a smile. Come join us and let's change the world, one smile at a time.
Good morning, students. I am Vixie, the automated recruitment assistant of VXI, and I am here to answer your questions about our company. Hi, I have a question. Does VXI accept fresh graduates? Definitely. We accept fresh graduates, and you can apply via walk-in process at all our recruitment hubs. Jumpstart your career with us here at VXI. Is it really true that it is a one-day processing before you get hired? Absolutely. Here at VXI, you can get hired within the same day. Perks, benefits, and a great working environment await you here. We have decided that all of us will be applying tomorrow at VXI. See you there, Vixie!
In this constantly changing world where businesses move at a rapid pace, Innodata solves the toughest challenges in any industry through human expertise and the power of technology. We are a community that thrives on a culture of collaboration, ideation, and innovation. And we want you to be part of our family. Your journey towards a meaningful and thriving career begins with us. Be part of the Inno community. We are Innodata.
At a time when customers are demanding more value more rapidly, you need a transformation partner that can help make your customer experience your competitive differentiator. For years, RRD Go has been helping companies reinvent how they do business and reimagine how customers connect with their brand. Our customized solutions, deep industry expertise, and highly skilled global talent pool empower clients across every industry. We elevate customer engagement with targeted, interactive, and compelling omni-channel communications, and leverage tech-driven solutions to reimagine customer interactions and accelerate your transformation agenda. Our digital and workflow solutions generate actionable insights, enhance organizational flexibility, and simplify transactions. We harness the power of next-level technologies to bring new solutions to life. Everything from automation and data visualization to AI, AR, and beyond. By combining best-in-class, forward-looking technologies with some of the industry's best forward-thinking minds, we can help take your customer experience beyond what you thought was possible. Discover how. Visit rrd.com/go today.